Hello friends, I'm Marie from ParisWellness, and we're tackling one of the most profound struggles of feeling utterly alone. If you've ever felt that deep, persistent ache of isolation, know that you are not just experiencing an emotion, you are experiencing loneliness, a state that has real, measurable consequences. The negative effects of loneliness extend far beyond our feelings. In our personal lives, chronic loneliness is linked to increased risks of mental health issues like depression and anxiety, poor sleep quality, and even serious health concerns, including cardiovascular disease, compromised immunity, and accelerated cognitive decline. And it doesn't stop at home. In the workplace, loneliness leads to diminished productivity, stifled creativity, impaired reasoning and decision making, and often results in professional withdrawal and weaker team performance. Loneliness quite literally costs us our health, our joy, and our professional success. But I'm here to tell you there is a secret to never feeling alone again, and that secret is found in recognizing and nurturing your ultimate relationship, your connection with God. In the Holy Scriptures, we learn that the relationship with our Creator is the ultimate antidote to loneliness, because it is the only relationship that is omnipresent, everlasting, and unconditional. This divine connection supersedes every human relationship and every relationship type, whether it's in your family or friends or romantic partners or colleagues, mentors or neighbors or community members or spiritual leaders or online connections. While these human bonds enrich our lives, only the relationship with God provides the fullness that perfectly closes the gap of loneliness. God is always present, which means you are never truly without company. To guide us on this path, let's turn to the wisdom of the book of Psalms, largely written by King David. David was a shepherd, a warrior, and a king, yet through all the battles and triumphs and betrayals of his life, he consistently expressed the deepest satisfaction and security found only in God. His writings teach us how to lean into God's constant presence. First, let's look at how to be filled with God's love. David shares this triumphant declaration in the following scriptures. In Psalm 16, verse 11, God says, "Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. In thy right hand there are pleasures for evermore." This verse assures us that loneliness is banished by presence. Loneliness tells us we lack connection. This scripture tells us that in God's presence there is fullness of joy. This is not a temporary happiness, but a complete overflowing satisfaction that reveals the path of life. How God teaches us to love and to be loved through this verse is simple, yet profound. God teaches us to love by offering the perfect standard, a source of eternal pleasure that satisfies completely, and teaches us we are loved by inviting us into that everlasting joy, showing us that His love is the only love that is truly boundless and never fades. Next, let's explore the beautiful, unbreakable promise of God's omnipresence. In Psalm 139, verse 7, God says, "Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence?" This verse paints a picture of God's inescapable loving pursuit. It is a rhetorical question, marveling that no matter where we go, even to the ends of the earth or the deepest darkness, God is already there. The meaning here is the guarantee of constant connection. You cannot outrun the love that created you. How God teaches us to love and to be loved here is by demonstrating perfect, constant loyalty. God teaches us to love others with unwavering consistency. And He teaches us we are loved because His presence protects us and wraps us in a divine relationship that is forever and always right here and right now. Friends, reflect on these holy words today. Let them remind you that you are never alone. God is always and forever present. He protects you, He accompanies you, He speaks to our soul and illuminates the way. Reflect on God's holy words in Scripture and what they teach you about God's eternal and most powerful bond. When you internalize the importance of having a strong connection with God and truly know that He is always present and protects you, something miraculous happens. Your confidence and sense of self-esteem soar. Knowing God is with you always empowers you to feel great and do great always. If this message resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to Paris Wellness for more faith-filled guidance to live powerfully with prayers and with God's love. Be blessed. Thank you.